New notification. Now broadcasting.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. Raheem Blackshear now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air here. It's Young. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Young working from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. There he goes, right sideline. And he takes this one back for the pick six. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick six starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't high. In this game, they want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
Brandon Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap now to Young. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Another try following the sack. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the air on first down, Young. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Donovan Wilson picks it off.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. The 30. It's the 10. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Valus Jones now on the return. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it's 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, Young. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 47. His running back hauls it in deep right. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Young on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he drives this forward to the 6. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Young looking to throw. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's KaVontae Turpin on the return. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running this one left. Broke through the tackle. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
A give right side to Vaughn. He breaks a tackle, and he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That one gains 7. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Dak off the play fake. He's got it near the 8. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow their early lead to 13. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
He finds Sanders. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our 2nd quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kick return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Prescott now on 3rd down. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Play action, Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Defense shows blitz. Young has it at the 7. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Offense up to the line fast. Working inside the red zone. Escapes. And they take this in for the score. The Panthers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Turpin with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Throwing on first is Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. This is complete, Jalen Tolbert. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Another throw for Prescott. Escapes out to the left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Brought in close to the 8. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. They'll hand it to him again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Blackshear on the return. Spins out of one stop. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Young on 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. First down, ball at the 36. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Panthers in possession. First down, ball at the 36. Young working from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Shotgun snap now to Young. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Panthers tie us up 28-all. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Flush down out to his left. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
At their own 7-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Out of the gun, Young. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Big gain downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Brock, you remember when they were near their own end zone? Yeah, things have totally changed now. First and 10 in enemy territory. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Donovan Wilson picks it up. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And the Cowboys are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Turpin with a return. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. Plowing up the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 39. He's on the move. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw on 3rd down. Dump off caught by his back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First and 10, Prescott. On the move, headed right. He's got it inside the 10. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, You have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he takes this down close, stopped at the 3. Working quickly here. Dowdle has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. 3rd time's the charm. He gets it again. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take the lead right away in half number 2. For the point after, here's Aubrey. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Blackshear on the return. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. Ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Young. Escapes the pocket. On the run right. Throwing deep down the sub. He's got it deep downfield. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll run the draw with Jones. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. They motion a receiver left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Here's Young to throw. Forced out to his right. On the run. He's got it. Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start the 2nd half with some needed points. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie this game 35 apiece. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Dak to the air here. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Prescott here from the gun. Complete out to the right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Ooh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 11. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They motion the tight end over. Prescott now on 3rd down. We've got a screen to the running back. Still has some space inside the 35. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Cut out left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another throw for Prescott. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to...
Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. Panthers pick this one up. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Hey, listen, inside the 5-yard line, that ball needs to be welded to your body at times. Under no circumstances can it come free. Whether someone puts a helmet on it or not, there's players ripping at it from both sides.
Buys time, rolling right. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 21. He finds Sanders. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Young working from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. It is caught left side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's Young on 1st and 10. He fires one deep down the left sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Makes the grab inbounds left side. To the house, touchdown Carolina! The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 14. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll go left side with Vaughn. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, here's Dak. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And now they face 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Second down, here's Prescott again. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Go, get out there, get out there. 47.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 from the 41. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he'll get this down to the 40. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Out of the gun, Young. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be Pitt there. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw it. That's complete till he gets. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Escapes out to the left. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. The running back dump-off doesn't land. It's second and goal.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this. They're trying for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Red, yellow. Claws red. Black ultra. Ready.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
Gonna be a little armchair quarterback after that call. Looked like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for the Panthers.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dak out of the pistol. He's on the... And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing from near his own goal line. And the Panthers take possession at the 32-yard line after the turnover. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback can feel those footsteps and thinking about a safety, and those defenders just wait for that rush throw, and then they step in, they deliver, and they take the ball away.
On the move, headed right. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys have some new life in the fourth. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Throwing on first is Prescott. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
It's a gain of 18.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys down by a very unlucky 13. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. Buying some time right. And they're throwing their last gasp. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers are tackled on the return right along their own 40-yard line. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw.
Ooh.
Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Legette's got it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Getting out to his left. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on second and goal. Trying again following the sack. Forced out to his right. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Cowboys have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
46. What today? Hey, 47. 47.
First and 10, Prescott. A bit of desperation on this thing, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers, they're going to be set up in goal to go after a great return down inside the 10. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball.
And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. So the offense is lined up. Panthers making another attempt at 2. He's throwing for it. And that one's caught. He's add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. And he'll be out of bounds after a tough return. Offense looking at its own 17 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action, Prescott. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Play, y'all. Turns down. That's it. Yeah.
Throwing again is Dak. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Hello?
They send the tight end in motion.
Hello?
One final shot here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Are you there?
And here's a timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided.
Good afternoon. My name is Mary. The new Trump administration has changed the Medicare policies.
Desperation time here on 4th. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And we also that came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Ball game's not over just yet. Don't
Here's the game over.
The interference call means we're going to have an untimed down here. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with a penalty. That's no way to end the game, right, bro? You can't have an offensive penalty on the final play. So an untimed down coming up. Dak off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Need this to force overtime. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Dallas.